Hey guys, it's Shadow the Rat, and for today's video, I wanted to give you another medical update on a different rat this time, and that's for my girl Toast. So, as some of you might know, Toast here is a little over 3 years and 7 months, which makes her a very old rat. She is a dwarf, so her age isn't quite as spectacular as it would be with the standard, but it's still pretty darn old, even for a dwarf. And so far in her life, she's really been super healthy. The only issue she ever had was an umbilical hernia, and I got that taken care of when she was 11 weeks old. So, you know, it's been a while since she had any problems. Well, unfortunately, recently she started to grow a mass. Now, dwarfs are resistant to mammary tumors, the typical benign ones that female rats tend to get. But once they get really old, just like any rat, the chance of them developing any old age issue, including mammary tumors, does go up. It's still a lot less common in dwarfs than standard rats, but again, Toast is ancient, so unfortunately something was bound to happen at some point. Now, because of her age, I didn't really want to get the tumor removed, but I did want to see if my vet was willing to put Toast on cabergoline, which is a medication that can stop the growth of or even shrink a lot of benign mammary tumors. Well, I should say specific types of benign mammary tumors, but those specific types include a lot of the ones most commonly seen in rats. So it has a good chance of helping in some way, and if it doesn't help, it's not going to hurt. And I have done this with a few prior rats, and I've had a lot of success with it stopping tumor growth, in even 2 cases where it shrunk the tumor significantly. So I saw no reason not to try. Now, if you're watching this when it comes out, then you might know that my young girls, Coffee and Pistachio, recently got tumors removed. And that I mentioned in their video that I wasn't going to put them on cabergoline. And the reason I mentioned was because it kind of sucks to give to rats because they hate the taste of it. No matter what flavor you use or what food you try to hide it in, rats just really, really hate the taste. And I mentioned that I really didn't want to put a young rat on it because it would suck having to give it to them for their whole life, especially if there is a permanent, so to speak, option, which is surgery, because surgery can remove the whole tumor and it's guaranteed to work. Well, at least in the case of benign mammary tumors, where it's very easy to get the whole thing out, at least if it's not too big, which neither of theirs was. And so I would prefer to do surgery when it comes to younger rats versus the cabergoline medical treatment. But with Toast, like I mentioned, I really don't want to do surgery because she's just really old. And so medical treatment using cabergoline is a good alternative, especially because, again, as a very old rat, the likelihood of Toast being on it for, a long time is a lot lower than the likelihood of my younger girls being on it. Just, realistically speaking. Obviously, I hope that Toast lives a long time from now, but the young girls are likely to outlive her. I can't say for sure because she's already outlived a lot of my other rats. But just, again, trying to be realistic. So I think cabergoline was the best decision for Toast, and my vet agreed, and has put her on it, so she just got her first dose. However, when we were at the vet's, Toast decided to develop what seems to be a respiratory infection. Now, this is a rat that has never had a single sniffle in her entire life. I used to joke that Toast literally had the healthiest respiratory system I've ever seen in any animal, including myself. Because Toast would react to nothing. Like, even if there was a ton of dust, Toast never sneezed. It was crazy. And she was completely fine when I got in the car in the morning. She didn't show any signs of respiratory issues. As soon as we got to the vet's, she started to breathe squeakily. So I thought maybe it was a stress thing, as did the vet. But we decided that because she's so old and because her respiration was also a little bit faster than usual, that it was a good idea to put her on antibiotics. And she has had intermittent squeaking breathing for the last few days. So personally, I think that was a good choice. So she's going to be on antibiotics for the next few weeks. And hopefully that will take care of it. She does actually seem to be feeling better. She wasn't really doing poorly. It's not like she was dealing with like full-blown pneumonia or anything. I think it was just an upper respiratory thing. But she didn't seem quite as energetic as usual, which, I mean, she's not really an energetic rat. She never has been. But she definitely seemed notably less energetic and less into the food as usual, which is weird for her. So I do feel like she was not feeling completely 100%, and she seems to be feeling a lot better now, which I'm very happy for. So yeah, she is now on antibiotics, and she's also on cabergoline, and that is pretty much an update on her. My vet did say, other than the respiratory issue, which again just kind of came on suddenly, she is in fantastic shape for her age. She was very happy with how she is. She in particular was happy with how her hind legs are, because she sees a lot of older rats, and hind leg degeneration, which is nerve degeneration that causes progressive paralysis in the hind legs. That's very common in older rats, especially males, but females can also get it. Like my girl Popcorn, she has it. And older rats are also prone to arthritis, so they can have issues getting around. But Toast has shown no signs of that. Like, she still runs around the cage daily. I see her run on her wheel all the time. So in the mobility department, Toast is doing fantastic. The vet was also very happy with her teeth and everything else. Like, she just said Toast is in really good shape, which I agree. Like, she is a little doddery because she's old, but overall she's doing really well. So yeah, I think we got a good head start on this respiratory thing. So hopefully that will not cause any more issues. And hopefully the cabergoline will help with Toast's little lump. And otherwise, Toast is doing really as well as you could expect of an old rat. She gets along with all her cage mates, young and old. They all respect her really well, except for when I have yogurt, as you can see by Chickpea, who really wants some of the yogurt. Chickpea is the one who keeps running on screen. Oh my gosh, Chickpea. But yeah, Toast is doing really well. She's maintaining weight. She's getting around well. So I'm really quite happy with how she's doing. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on Miss Toast here. One more thing I forgot to mention is that the vet that did this exam on Toast and prescribed all these meds is actually also one of the vets that helped with Toast's hernia surgery. And she remembers Toast from then. But yeah, she was very happy to see that Toast was still doing well. And she was amazed that she had seen her over 3 years ago. Because that is something you usually don't get to say with rats. But yeah, that is it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys, like I said, a little update on Miss Toast. So yeah, that is it for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!